We would like to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Sonic Electronics, so check them out for great deals on speakers, head units, amps, subs, wiring, etc. Use discount code PROVOBEAST for an instant 5% off your next purchase during checkout. Provo Beast doing another install today. Today we're working on this 2003 Cadillac Escalade, and what we'll be doing is actually replacing the factory nav system. A little outdated. We're going to get this upgraded with a new doubled-in radio. The customer chose to go with a Bose doubled-in navigation head unit. We're going to show you how to remove the factory radio, get the new radio all installed, and we'll do a little test for you. Now to remove this actual dash bezel so we can have access to the radio itself, generally it's all held on with clips all the way around. Now you may have to finesse the gear shift by putting it all the way down and lowering the steering wheel as far as you can. But essentially you can even just use your fingers, as these come out super easily. Just pop out with clips. Now like I said, it does bind up in this area. So go ahead and pop your keys in, pull it all the way down, pull your steering wheel as low as it'll go, and then you can kind of work it up and over the steering wheel column. Okay, so we've gotten that out of the way. Now you'll see here we have our typically 9/32, or you can try to use a 7mm bolts. Go ahead and remove those, and the radio will come free. Now behind the radio you'll have a couple harnesses that we'll need to disconnect. Okay, so once you've removed those 3 screws, go ahead and give it just a little tug there. Just be gentle. And on top you're going to see these wiring harnesses. Pinch them together, just slide them on out, and then remove your the 2 harnesses on the right. The big one to the very right is your antenna. Alright, so some of the parts that we're installing today on this Escalade. We're using this Bose navigation doubled-in radio. We have our OnStar retention kit. Essentially this retains the factory amplifier as well and door chimes. We have our ASWC1 steering wheel control kit. This isn't a perfect match for a Bose radio. Typically they're fit for more brand name models, but we'll certainly see if we can get that to work with this. If not, we may be able to program that separately. We have our main wiring harness that goes with our radio. We have an antenna adapter, the 40-GM10 antenna adapter, and our dash kit. Now the kit that we've gone with is the Metro 95 2001 kit for this model GM vehicle. So that's essentially it. What we're going to do is pull this apart, start matching up colors. We're going to use butt connectors and crimp everything together, zip tie it up all up nice and clean, and really go from that point. Okay, so we've been just getting the wiring harness all prepped. Essentially, as you can see here, every wire is labeled by color, and you can just match those colors up. What we use is butt connectors, strip tool pins, using just a little crimp and crimp them together so they're nice and solid. Fortunately, this unit also provides a backup camera trigger wire in the harness itself, so it's nice. This access wiring harness is pretty nice also for the fact that it retains the ASWC1 plug, so you don't have to wire it in manually. But this end will plug into our module. This end will plug onto the other side of the module, just like so. This end will plug into our steering wheel control harness module. And then what we're going to do is clean this all up. Now, we need to connect these 2 wires up to our ASWC1. We're going to see if we can get it to work. Now, it came with this adapter. We're going to tap these together and get it all programmed. But essentially, that is it. I'm going to finish cleaning up wires. The ones that we didn't use is the solid orange, which is illumination, but we used the orange-white, which is the dimmer. This kit also provides a parking brake wire, but we didn't use that as well because we just grounded it. This unit's nice because it doesn't require a double pulse like a Pioneer. You can just ground it out for video playback other than being stopped. And this end will plug into our adapter, this guy. And remember, this plugs into our steering wheel control, so we'll get that a little bit later here. But essentially, I'm going to clean up all this wiring, and we're going to get our kit on the radio, and we're about ready to head to the car for the installation. Alright, so we are back in the truck. We went ahead and plugged our two harnesses in, as you can see here. And here's our antenna adapter. It's just still need to plug that back into the radio. Now, as you can see here, our adapters are plugged in. Our steering wheel control module is plugged in as well. Now, in order for your steering wheel module to work with a Bose unit, you'll need the key 1 and key 2 hooked up to the adapter that came with your ASWC1. But essentially, key 1, or key A, connects to the solid brown wire. And key 2, or key B, connects to the brown-white wire. So when you pair, this will start flashing, and you just tap volume up repeatedly. Once it starts flashing like crazy, you stop pushing the button, it'll go through the programming steps, and you're good on this side. Now the Bose is a little bit different, than now you have to go to the radio and program the steering wheel controls manually. So we'll show you that there here in a moment, but essentially that's it. Now let's get our dash kit on the radio and get everything back in the dash. Alright, there we go. We got the unit in. Now I actually went ahead and had to cut a little bit, as you can see there. Cut as much as you need. Don't cut the outer structure, but trim enough where the radio can sit flat back in there, which we certainly got. At this point, I can put the controls back in. I just took them out just so I had a little bit more clearance. But essentially at this point, we're good to go. The radio works. Now, volume up.
In ponder the vast energy present in all matter.
Volume up, volume down. Now, for some reason, I just could not get these two to sync. For the seek. So, but these did respond. So if I hit source up, it'll actually seek up. That's the only way around it. Now to program steering wheel controls, once you got the ASWC1 all programmed, you actually go to your home, go to your settings, go to other, steering wheel controls, and basically you'll hit the volume up, you hit volume up, and it learns it. Seek up. So for some reason that button isn't working, but the source up works. So we'll just keep that for now, not a big deal. We can do source down. You can really program any of the buttons on your steering wheel to your Bose radio, which is pretty cool. Okay, so that's it. Let's go ahead and finish reassembling here. Now I did run a video cable, a composite video RCA cable, so we can run a backup camera later on. And then we mounted our GPS antenna right there on the dash and just ran the cord up and over to the radio itself. But that's it. It's all hooked up. So at this point, let's go ahead and get the dash all put back together, and we'll see you then. Alright, all good to go. Everything's all back in, nice and clean. Perfect. Now down here, since this now becomes obsolete, the factory 6-disc CD changer, you can jimmy rig a pocket. You can just pop this out. This panel is just held on with 4 clips. Once the dash panel has been removed, this pops out, and you can actually remove the factory 6-disc, and you could probably find a universal pocket to put there instead. Anyways, that is it. If you have any questions about this install, just go and post a comment below. Thanks guys for watching. Let's do a little quick test for you. Get this all booted up.
Peak Pre-Mix Coolant, now $8.99 a gallon after mail-in rebate at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Perfect. We even put a backup camera on this guy. Super simple. Anyways, that's it. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you in the next video.